Mr. Schulz, how did Peanuts, which is now just about the most successful comic strip in the world, get its start? Was it an overnight success at the very beginning?
It would be kind of nice to say that it had been an overnight success, but it really took almost 5 years to get going.
Was it somewhat too low key at the time? Was it of a different type than most of the gag characterizations?
Yes, I think it was low key, as it still is, but of course it took a long time to develop these personalities. Cartoon personalities grow. You never really know which direction you're going, sometimes for a long time. Snoopy, for instance, as I'm drawing here, dancing, doing his famous supper time dancing, which he will do in the play, really could not have done this in the early days of the strip because he was very much like a real dog. He always walked around on 4 feet, but now you rarely see him in that position.
Did Peanuts blaze a new path for comic strips?
I like to think that it did. We are all product of something that someone else has done before us, but I think it has entered into areas of thought which no other comic strip has really gone before.
Could you elaborate on that?
Well, I think I've made some statements on love and friendship that really have not been spoken about before. I think a recent Sunday page where Charlie Brown's definition of love concerned some memory that his father had was something that no one had ever done before.
What do you see as the great appeal of Peanuts to people of all ages and occupations and philosophies?
This is always kind of a dangerous thing to try to answer when you start analyzing your own work, because after all, I simply try to draw what I think is funny and hope that everyone else will do. But I would like to think that it is merely the treating of various subjects in an intelligent way, flattering the reader, or actually not writing down to the reader. I do not consider myself an intellectual, so I don't have to worry about that, but simply treating things like psychiatry and music and baseball and all of these things in a way that the people who really follow them will appreciate it.
Have incidents of the comic strip now been used for this musical of Charlie Brown?
Oh yes, all of the actions which take place on stage are based upon things which have been in the strip.
Did you have to give full approval to the entire production?
Well, I didn't have to, but I certainly wanted to. I wanted to be the sort of play and musical that a family could go to and that children could enjoy. And I think one of the most gratifying things that has happened is to be able to stand outside of the theater in the evening and see families coming out of the doors all laughing and knowing that they've had a good time.
So this does show that you don't need the type of crude material or vulgar material that is so prevalent on the stage and in the movies nowadays to be successful.
No, I don't think you need it at all.
Peanuts is a comic strip about children, but it doesn't necessarily appeal to children only, does it?
I really don't think so. This is one of the fortunate things, is that I think it appeals to a pretty broad audience. You never can really slant your work toward any specific audience. Like I said before, it's simply a matter of drawing what you think is funny and just hoping that everybody else will like it too.
Well, I'd feel highly honored if you autographed this drawing and allowed me to keep it.
How's that?